decision of the former Society of Heirs of C.G. Jung to release the Red Book for publication. Much consideration was given to what kind of audience this multi-layered work should be directed. Professional readers of works on the history of psychology, the general reader, visually receptive people orientated toward images, lovers of calligraphy, collectors of beautiful books. Which aspects should the format and design of the publication foreground? These questions weren't easy to answer, since even the physical appearance of the precious original seemed to contain a message. Many proposals were discussed and discarded. It was W. Norton that finally found the appropriate solution. A complete facsimile edition, which was presented in its original format in 2009. Overwhelming success proved that the publisher was right. The work rapidly spread worldwide and is already available in 9 languages. Evidently, it was possible to design an edition that did justice not only to the many facets of the work, but also to the different types of audience. The list of people to whom the credit for this success is due is now of considerable length. However, 2 names especially deserve to be mentioned. Jim Mayers, W. Norton, and Sonu Shamdasani, Philemon Foundation. The present Reader's Edition contains the complete text of the original. It is specifically aimed toward those who would like to engage deeply with the literary documentation of Jung's inner development. It would undoubtedly accord with Jung's intention if this edition helps readers to make their reading more fruitful for their own development. Ulrich Hörne, Foundation of the Works of C.G. Jung, July 2012. Preface. Since 1962, the existence of C.G. Jung's Red Book has been widely known. Yet only with the present publication is it finally accessible to a broad public. Its genesis is described in Jung's Memories, Dreams, Reflections, and has been the subject of numerous discussions in the secondary literature. Hence I will only briefly outline it here. The year 1913 was pivotal in Jung's life. He began a self-experiment that became known as his confrontation with the unconscious, and lasted until 1930. During this experiment, he developed a technique to get to the bottom of his inner processes, to translate the emotions into images, and to grasp the fantasies which were stirring underground. He later called this method active imagination. He first recorded these fantasies in his black books. He then revised these texts, added reflections on them, and copied them in a calligraphic script into a book entitled Liber Novus, bound in red leather, accompanied by his own paintings. It has always been known as the Red Book. Jung shared his inner experiences with his wife and close associates. In 1925, he gave a report of his professional and personal development in a series of seminars at the Psychological Club in Zurich, in which he also mentioned his method of active imagination. Beyond this, Jung was guarded. His children, for example, were not informed about his self-experiment, and they did not notice anything unusual. Clearly, it would have been difficult for him to explain what was taking place. It was already a mark of favour if he allowed one of his children to watch him write or paint. Thus, for Jung's descendants, the Red Book has always been surrounded by an aura of mystery. In 1930, Jung ended his experiment and put the Red Book aside, unfinished. Although it had its honoured place in his study, he let it rest for decades. Meanwhile, the insights he had gained through it directly informed his subsequent writings. In 1959, with the help of the old draft, he tried to complete the transcription of the text into the Red Book and to finish an incomplete painting.